So, Sarah, we were talking only the other day about the number of times we've gone into organisations and asked both marketing teams and other professionals, what is a marketing campaign? And the number of times their answer is that it's a single activity. So we thought it was worth addressing, what is a marketing campaign?
Yeah, and it never ceases to amaze me that the amount of times someone says, yeah, I sent an email campaign. How many emails? One. Is it a nurture campaign? No. So that, and there's different types of campaigns, right? So first of all, obviously campaigns mean different things to different people, but actually at its core, what is a marketing campaign? And it's always important to start, as we always discuss, from a commercial point of view. What commercial objective is it supporting? So starting at that top level and looking at what is it the business needs to achieve and how you're going to achieve that with your marketing, and whether that is owning a topic in the market, whether that is getting share of voice of a topic in the market, whether that is lead generation, whether it's brand profile, and it can be all of those things. It doesn't have to be one or another. And then looking at how you build that campaign and the journey you go on. And of course, first things first, start with the opportunity. So looking at the market and asking the professionals some sometimes challenging questions for them. What's the opportunity? What's the size of the prize? What's the size of that market? What's our right to play in that market? And what does good look like as a percentage win of that number or that number of clients? So being really clear up front about what you want to achieve with that marketing campaign, and then going on from there. And then, that's really when you start to look at how do you build out that campaign, right?
Yeah, and it comes down to those fundamentals. What are you trying to say? Who are you trying to say it to? Why do they care? And what do you want them to feel, understand, and or do? Yeah,
and then also, are you looking at what elements it needs to be? So is it capability out? Is it about telling the market what this offering is from the company? Is it going to have some opinion pieces in it? Is it going to be research backed? What does that look like? And it can be a combination of all of those. But I guess that's where you'd sort of say, then you really start to decide what's the backbone of the campaign.
Yeah, and what assets are you then going to build around that backbone? So if it's research-led, is there going to be a research report? Is it going to be a video series?
You're going to have some infographics. So you got some emails, you got some social posts. Are you going to go to a certain conference and speak about this issue? Are you going to put the results out there? How are you going to get this out to market and talk about it? And then most important of all, that we always say, and so many marketing teams miss, is what sales enablement tools are you creating? So how are you going to equip your client-facing people to go and have conversations about this campaign? Because it's that thing, isn't it, that you and I always laugh about, which is you can spend all this time and effort creating this wonderful research report, campaign, whatever you want to call it, and then it sits on a reception shelf or on a website. And that's no good to anyone, right?
No, and that also comes back to the fundamentals of why people do campaigns as well, is that all of those assets that you've just listed, and then also the sales and enablement part, it's all about that repetition of message through multiple assets. So allow people to consume that information in different ways, in the ways that they are most comfortable with, whether that's a video or a written piece or a conference or whatever it may be. And all together, it creates a greater whole.
Yeah, because you have to keep landing the message, right, for it to actually resonate with people. And then also there's that thing of different brains work in different ways, and people absorb information in different ways. There's also, what channels are you taking it out through? I think that's the key thing, isn't it? So what is a marketing campaign? A marketing campaign is aligned to what you want to achieve as a business, has measurable objectives, multiple assets, and goes out through multiple channels. So it's not just one thing about one topic.
And each piece then informs the other. And when you've got a campaign landing page, someone might be attracted by watching a certain video, but when they hit that page, then they'll see all the other assets and pieces of content that you've created that form the whole of the campaign.
Yeah, and then that's that thing, isn't it? We always say about slicing the turkey. You do different cuts of things, present the information in different ways, and you can maximise it and take it a lot further. So a campaign that could have lasted 3 months could last a year. And then how do you push that? There's also something, isn't there, about, you and I have talked about it quite a lot, and I think some of this language for me came from first working with you, having had some comms in your background about that hero campaign and then other campaigns. And I think that's interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
for businesses to understand is what's the difference?
Yeah, so a hero campaign might be a big kind of splashy, high resource campaign that will often go across a long period of time, maybe a year or more. And then out of that, you may then get other campaigns that drop out of it and pull out of specific value propositions or messaging that you want to drill down and focus on. And they all work together. And that hero campaign fundamentally works like an umbrella across everything else that you're doing.
Yeah, but it can be sliced and diced into the different services, propositions, etc. And it's reiterating the message, right? But I think that's the point, isn't it? It's about showing that interlinking between all your campaigns coming together and keeping you honest to what your messages are to the market.
So if you're looking to align your marketing with your commercial objectives, or you'd like to maximize a current campaign or plan a new one, please get in touch. We'd love to have a chat.